Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the Chupacabra's lair. It's game board night with Brandon, and we're going to be playing some Highways and Byways today inside of Tabletop Simulator, and I'm going into this blind, and it's going to be an adventure.
It'll definitely be that. Hello everybody, and thank you for having me on, I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I signed up for your newsletter a while back, and there's a lot of good marketing and research information in there, so I was like, hey, let's do the thing.
I appreciate that. I try to document the whole process because I feel like that helps people out when they are not sure what they're getting into.
So are we trying to go on a road trip and not have our kidneys stolen? What's the objective here?
So the whole idea is we're each going to pick out byways, and these are roads that are red and blue on the map that you will have to travel their entire length. And what you're going to do is you're going to travel all of your byways, circle back to your home, and you want to do that before I do it. It is essentially a race game. Just remember that. You want to be the first to finish.
Okay. Good to know.
And a lot of the rest of this I can just teach you as we go along. It's easier that way.
Sounds good.
Go ahead and pick any color of pieces that you like.
Okay, I'll go with purple.
You can click and drag to pick up all of those at once.
Oh, can I? So I just grab these and pull them over to my little spot here?
I'm going to get rid of the extra pieces just so they don't take up space on the board. And at this point, what we're each going to do is we're going to pick a home space and we're going to pick a vehicle. So just for visibility, I'm going to go ahead and circle all the home spaces on here. They're all stars on the map. And just to make sure that you can see them on the video really well, I'm going to circle all of them. And you get to pick anything that you like.
Now, I see that they're color-coded to match local byways. Have you considered putting them in like a little border so they stick out a little more, like a little bit of gold?
I have kicked that idea around. To tell you the truth, though, the colors pop a lot more on the actual physical board. They don't show up as well on Tabletop Sim. And
That's
I haven't
fair.
figured out why.
I forget that you're actually printing a real board game.
Yeah, these colors are all optimized for print. They're not optimized for the screens.
Gotcha. Well, I suppose I can go over here to... what do I use to mark my home place? The square?
You'll use a
Oh, that's a
little
house.
triangle. Yeah, that's a house.
Okay.
It's the closest thing Tabletop Sim has to a house. I'm going to set up shop in Georgia. So you'll take your home, that's a little triangle there, as well as your car, which is a pawn. That's what cars look like.
Yeah.
So at this point, you'll then pick a vehicle. They're on the left. You just pick any one that you like. Each one of them has a special ability. Some of them make you immune to negative things that can happen to you. Some of them let you go faster, and some of them give you other effects that'll make more sense if I explain it later.
Is there a way for me to zoom in on these and read them?
You can easily zoom in on cards by pressing Alt, and that'll show you what the card looks like up close, or you can press the M key to magnify a part of the board.
Okay, so the ancient one is immune to accidents and repair events. No one knows how to destroy it, not even its creator. I see we're getting very authentic with these descriptions, too.
Pretty much.
The off-road Jeep is immune, or is this the Bronco? I don't know. Immune to traffic and weather events. 5-0. Move one extra space when one of your positive event cards is drawn.
It's your old police auction Crown Vic right there.
The rust bucket. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people that live around me with those that still have, like, the original spotlight.
Oh, yeah. We've got a lot of those in Tennessee, too. That's just, I guess that's an American thing in general.
Probably. I mean, I'm sure you can get those cars for cheaper than dirt because they've got so many miles on them.
Oh, yeah, but Crown Vics are good cars.
Soccer mobile, draw 2 cards at the end of certain events. And then stationary wagon. For each discard action, discard 2 and draw 2.
They all have their ups and downs, so just pick whatever speaks to you the first time you play.
I mean, we might as well just get themed here. I'll go with the car that fits my neck of the woods, the cowboy.
I was like, that is a classic, like, way out west move. It's either that or the truck.
Oh, definitely. Although I drive a Honda Civic, so...
So I am going to take stationary wagon, not because I particularly like the car any more than the others, but because I really like its effect, and that'll make sense later. Okay. So at this point, we're going to start planning our trip. And that will involve, we will each get 2 red byways, and we'll each get 10 blue ones. And at the end of drawing our byways, at the end of choosing those byways, we'll drop either 1 red or 2 blue. And the whole time you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're picking an efficient route which you can travel easily and circle back to your home. Does that all make sense so far?
More or less.
Yeah. A lot of it makes more sense as you play it out. So how that works is I flip over 2 cards. The road depicted on that card, you will just pick one of those cards that you like. And then you'll place one of your pieces, the ones down here. You'll place one of those anywhere along the road that you just chose.
Okay. So do I pick cards, or am I going off of these ones that you picked?
You'll pick one of those 2.
Okay.
So in real life, this will be somebody picks up 2, you keep one, and you pass the other one. And then the next person takes that one you pass them, draws another one, pick one, pass one, pick one, pass one, and you do that until everybody has 2 red byways and 10 blue ones.
Okay.
This is the closest we can do in tabletop sim.
So I'd probably pick this one because it's actually nearby me, huh?
Yeah, you generally want to get stuff closer to you.
Okay. And if I was being a butthole to somebody, I would want to pick whatever forces them to be further away.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely valid strategy in this game.
Let's see, Route 66, eh? Oh, wait, did you pick one?
Yeah, I picked one.
Okay.
I just did it real fast like a ninja.
Hey, you sneaky lad, you.
Okay, and don't forget to place your piece on that road. It
Right.
would be one here. Well, yeah, you got.
Yeah, I gotta put one over here.
Mm-hmm. As well as here.
Whoop. Oh, that was 2 of them. Whoopsie.
Yeah. Let's see, and I get to pick one that's way away from me or Florida. Florida. Okay.
You're just like, well, I guess Florida.
I'm conflicted on actually having to go to Florida in this game because it puts you, like, no matter how you do it, it's just 5 spaces down in the middle of nowhere.
That's like living in Colorado. So the idea is the red ones are the longer routes, and then you build the smaller routes, kind of nudging yourself back around.
Generally, yeah, or you can try to get a bunch of blue ones close to a red one, and then try and drop the red one that you don't want, but that's risky.
I'd probably take this one. This is where the unique shapes of your roads are going to come in really handy.
Yeah, that's what makes it easy to spot where they are usually. And you'll just place a piece on that one.
Right. So, if I'm going down this road, am I just allowed to, like, careen up and go to that little blue road up here?
Yep, ever since, all you gotta do is finish that, backtrack 1,
Okay.
and then go up to that one.
So I can't just, like, cut off the road into the ditch and just start off-roading?
No, but there's always stretch goals.
Sounds like someone's getting ready for the Kickstarter.
A little bit. Bywaysgame.com/Kickstarter for anybody who's interested. And they'll either take you to a mailing list or it'll take you to the campaign itself. A little bit of a plug there.
I'll have to find some nice vacation road trip music for this.
I just like I've had some thematic music going. I had some, cheesy road songs, but once I ran out of those, I just put on like a 70s rock playlist because it worked with the color and the
Pretty much
style.
anything that was on an old VHS.
Pretty much, yeah.
Off the magic dragon lived by the sea, and little did he ever know that vape pens were coming right around the corner. Let's see, what is this? The Flaming Gorge.
Fire not included.
What? No, you gotta bring your own fire. What is this, communism?
Pretty much. I mean, it's Utah, right? Actually, Utah's like the opposite.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Utah's got its own issues.
Man, I live over here. I don't know, I did the worst job circling that.
Yeah, I'm like right in here. There's some crazy nonsense over in Utah. We don't even talk about down there.
I'm right over here.
How do I... Here it is. Delete all the nonsense. Okay. Suppose I'll go check out the Flaming Gorge. Let's see, where was right in here.
I guess I'll just hand that easy one to you. I guess that's how we're gonna play that.
Yeah, probably.
And you're gonna hand the... Okay, yep. Well, Maryland's not that far. The classic Florida to Maryland trip.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. I mean, who doesn't?
You know, like Utah up to Washington. Why not? Let's go for broke.
Oh goodness, how much Idaho do you have to drive through to do that?
Let's not, we won't talk too much about that.
I've driven through Idaho. It's actually very pretty. There's, of course, I sort of like clipped it on the way to Wyoming.
Montana's the good stuff.
Montana is gorgeous. I've been through a little of that.
At least when it's not on fire.
Ouch. That is a thing that can happen in this game, by the way, Montana being on fire.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah, there's a wildfire card.
That's oddly accurate.
Oddly Accurate is the name of this game.
Everyone's favorite, Texas.
You're not even waiting for the other one to come up.
No, I'm just like, oh, green or red or one of these colors. Yeah, I'm all over that.
Oh yeah, well of those choices, yeah, you're already in Texas, so why not?
Yeah, then
Let's
you can.
see, so you just got this one.
So I'll be able to die of dysentery with that one.
Slow down. Let's see. You've got. Okay, yeah, I guess it is your choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
6.
these are both about as equally shenanigans laden.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, you've got 7 out there, and I've got 6 out there, so it would be my choice. And I must be missing a piece or something. No, never mind, I found it. Oh, wow. Now that I actually look at my choices, I'm not so hot on either of them.
These are squarely in my territory.
Oh yeah, that was all over your turf. It was crazy.
I've been on this road before. This is an actual road.
Mm-hmm. All of the blue and red ones on there are actually real roads.
I guess sadly the white one here is a little bit with some back roads through the Wyoming mountains. You're just crazy to go there.
A really, really, really old prototype of this actually lists the roads that you need to take to get between the byways, but I had to drop that because, you know, it would clutter up the board to the point of unreadability.
I've been at Little America where this one is right now, over in Cheyenne. I love Cheyenne as a place because it's like they really want to be a part of Colorado really bad, but we're like, no, you get to be Wyoming.
It kind of blows my mind that Cheyenne's the biggest place in Wyoming, because, like, you know, I don't live in a particularly populous state. Tennessee is not, you know, one of the first 10 states you think of when you think of America, but, like, I have to really name a bunch of cities until I get to something smaller than Cheyenne, even within my own state.
Did I jankle something?
No, I just went ahead and placed a piece for you when you missed it.
Okay, because I was like, wait a minute. I was like going back and putting pieces, like, wait a minute, there's already one here.
No, I've just been keeping an eye on it, just so we don't get lost in trying to record
That's
it.
a good plan.
Normally I wouldn't reach over and grab pieces or anything.
Oh no, I'm completely fine with that.
Okay.
You do what you need to do in case I'm derpy. Yeah, it kind of looks like I'd zigzag around here. And then if I could just drop maybe this red one. Because the red one's the snaggled puss. A little bit,
I would drop
anyway.
the red one, personally.
Yeah, let's do that.
And at this point, you can just get all these byway cards out of the way. You won't need them at this point in the game.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Wow, your cowboy card is somewhere in there. Goodness.
I think it's
tabletop sim is hilarious sometimes.
like when you put one little card on top of it, it's just like, no, that's the right shape now. You'll never find it. Haha.
I love tabletop sim to pieces, but it just does the wackiest, weirdest stuff sometimes.
Well, I bought this back when it was like brand spanking new.
Yeah.
And it was such a janky mess that we never recorded anything. This is like the second time I've ever played this.
Really?
Yeah.
It's still kind of a mess, but it's a really, really useful mess that I have a lot of fun with anyway.
Because I remember we were talking about using this for D&D, but it's as much of a drunken mess as just using Roll20, so we just said fuck it.
Which, to me, it's like... You can pick on the interface and like that's fair game, but I have yet to find something that touches this as a testing tool and as like a video tool. Like Tabletopia, I could take or leave, personally.
Yeah, because when you're recording stuff like this in person, you know, if you don't have a dedicated mic setup, you're gonna be having a bad time.
Pretty much. Okay, so at this point, we each get 5 card hands of event cards. And how this works... Well, actually, you know, I guess I should just get to the rest of the game at this point. Yeah, we each have hands of 5 event cards, and then the player clockwise of you will draw 1 event card out of your hand, and whatever's on that, good or bad, will happen to you.
Okay.
And then you will choose to move up to 6 spaces on your turn. You can move all 6, or you can choose to move like 5, and then you can use your leftover spaces to get rid of a card that you don't like out of your event hand, and then draw the top one off the deck. So like you can move 6, or you can move 5, discard 1 and draw 1, move 4, discard 2 and draw 2, and so on.
Okay.
For Cowboy, you're immune to traffic and weather, so anything bad associated with traffic and weather straight up doesn't affect you at all. You're completely immune to that. For me, Stationary Wagon lets me discard 2 and draw 2 for 1 unused movement instead of 1 and 1. So basically, my discards are twice as effective, and you're just immune to a whole bunch of bad stuff.
Yeah, immunity is never a bad choice when you're starting out in a game like this too.
You can't go wrong with any of these, and like Stationary Wagon would be the hardest to start with.
So,
either this or the Soccer Mobile.
When you were coming up with this idea, what was your original... So, you got into making board games, which is not everyone's choice. And then did you say, like, I want to distill the American Roadtrip into a game? Was that the idea?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, last game I did, I started with mechanics that I really wanted to see through to a game. But this one, I was like, I want to take a theme, and I want to challenge myself and find mechanics that work around the theme, and that capture the feelings of it.
Okay.
So yeah, I've driven a lot, and I've turned that into a game.
Because it's always hit or miss with me if I'm on board with board games in general, because you can't see this, but there's a lot of gift board games up on my shelf that are still in the cellophane.
Yeah, that's not too uncommon. A lot of people will buy them and they just won't open them, or they'll play them once and they're just not a big fan of it.
Or in my case, like I have a lot of friends that give me card games, and they've already got a copy, so I don't have to bring it to their house.
Yeah, that's true. That'll happen too. Or like you'll like win a contest or something and you'll just never actually open the gift.
Alright, so who goes first?
Normally the person who drafts last would move first, but
I'll let you go first just to reiterate everything.
Okay, cool. Let's see, other stuff I didn't cover. These cards right here, construction, we flip over a new one every time it gets to the first mover. And whatever letter is on that card, you can't move on a highway. That's a white space with that letter on the space.
Oh, I
So,
see.
like, you cannot move on C roads, for example, when that is up. If you're on a C road when that's flipped up, you don't get to move at all. Now, I want you to be really aware of that. I make that very prominent in the rules. If you take a highway and you stop for the turn and that card has not been drawn yet, you're taking a risk. You're pushing your luck. So just be aware of that. They act as shortcuts in the game, in a manner of speaking.
So you're running the risk if you use extra movement to get rid of cards you don't like.
You're running a risk if you take a highway instead of taking the long way around.
And so the white ones are the highways?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're taking a risk if you stop on one for the night.
Got it.
And let me think. So once we run out of construction cards, once all 5 of them are flipped up, we play out that turn, and then we pass event hands clockwise. So you will gradually, your hand will gradually get better as you go along because you will get rid of cards you don't like, and you will get more that you do. But as the game goes on, you don't want your hand to get too good because you will end up passing good cards to your opponent.
Yeah, too good to use syndrome ends up burning cards like you're playing Hearthstone.
Exactly. Alright, so to start this round, I'm going to flip over a construction card, and then you draw just any event card out of my hand. And whatever's on it happens to me. Okay, let's start with the weirdest card in the game. Change of plans. Everybody passes one event card counterclockwise at the same time.
How do I put this face down?
I think we're just passing the same card to each other. You would use the F key.
Okay. I'll just put that there then.
I think we just swap... Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's a really... I don't want that. I really don't want that. And you really don't want what I gave you either.
Yeah, no, I don't.
That card is... I really like the hand-changing card when it's right before construction is shuffled, too. Because you want to pass a good card to somebody in hopes that you'll get it back later. Okay, so at this point I can move up to 6 spaces. And I will just go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting them out again. And I'm going to use my extra space to discard. Because I've got the stationary wagon, I can discard 2 and draw 2 for 1 space. Make sense so far?
Yeah.
So I'm getting rid of that card that you just passed to me.
Which one did I give you? This was...
That one.
Gives it personality.
Mm-hmm. I don't want my car to have personality of that type. Look, it's got the bumper dragging on the ground.
It's a lot like my car that I need to go get fixed right now.
I just kind of gave my artist creative license on that, and I just I saw it and I laughed, and I was like, this is really good. I liked the direction he was thinking. Okay, so once you're done with everything in your turn, you will just draw another card until you've got 5.
Okay.
Oh, of course. You get to start it out positively.
Truck stop coffee. Move 2 extra spaces.
You're starting with truck stop coffee.
So every move we get 6?
What you get is 2 extra spaces, so 8.
Okay.
And of course, you get the coffee first turn.
What is our construction? We have no A roads.
That's right.
This seems like it could be a really risky home base. You could either be really good if you get all but just the right construction, or it could be really bad and you'd have to go all the way north to come back home.
Each little start location has its advantages and disadvantages. Being out in the west, there are more highways, so you can get places faster. But highways shut down all the time, so traffic can be a serious issue. But out on the east, the dots are a lot more cramped and close together on the map, and it takes you longer to get anywhere, which is kind of actually about right. That's kind of how traffic in America works anyway.
I like where this is going. I'm just going to start collecting these traffics.
Yeah, because you're immune to traffic.
Yeah.
So if one gets drawn, it doesn't really affect you.
You just plow through the really flimsy fence like, later, suckers, off-roading time.
And so have you finished a couple of roads in your travels so far already? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like you have. So you get to move those pieces off the board entirely.
Now I don't have to, like, remember them or use them to highlight the rest of my trip.
That's right.
Kind of like that.
And at this point, you'll draw one of my cards.
Okay. Dude.
I actually just have a handful of these, apparently.
Wild card. Everybody
Wild
passes
card.
one event card counterclockwise. Okay.
I drew every single one in the deck in the first turn.
I won't be completely mean.
Okay, I guess I'll just put yours there. You know, that is actually a pretty mean card to give somebody in Florida, I'm not gonna lie.
Is it?
Oh yeah, you can't get much farther south than Florida. Because at this point I'm going to start heading north, so I will really want to get that card out of my hand.
Oh, you'd probably... Oh, if you had A right now, that would really suck for construction.
Yeah, 5. And use my unused movement to get rid of some cards I really don't want to be drawn.
Aha!
And draw cards I don't want to get drawn either. Hey man, it happens.
Hey, you gotta burn through the good ones, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
So this one says if you're on a highway space, you can only move 4 spaces today. But you're on a byway space, so you're completely fine.
Haha! Take that, map.
Take that, statistics.
Let's see. So now I need to go down. Fine, Pawn, be that way. Use gravity. See if I care.
Did it just... Huh. Yeah, it's just in tabletop sim.
I don't know. I've been playing Second Life recently, so, like, questionable physics is the best.
I just sort of flipped it over. Did you see that?
What? Oh. Well done.
So, like, is it on the A or what?
Yeah. Or it's supposed to be on the start of that thing with the, Yeah, right there. That's why it fell over, because... physics objects.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, you've got 2 on this one.
Yeah, that's why I could remember where I backtracked to.
Oh, okay. Oh, you moved...
Yeah. Actually, I should probably think about, during your turn, how I'm going to do the next leg of this.
Okay, I see what you did, actually. Okay. Yeah, I've never actually seen anybody do that. And then you draw the top card off the deck and then pull 1 card.
Oh, yes, that's right. Put it here, flip it over. And then... boink.
Oh, not that one. Oh god, not that one.
Which one is it?
It's the indestructible. It makes me immune to accidents until construction is shuffled. So I just get to hold on to that for a little while. Oh, that's actually great timing. If you zoom in on that, it's just a car running away from an explosion.
Yeah, that's basically just what it looks like in Florida all the time.
Honestly, like, from what I've heard of, like, Florida man news, that's not that far from the truth.
You know, supposedly there's a lot of that news from every state. It's just that Florida has a mandatory reporting law where there's just a website where they send everything to. So when it's a slow news day, everybody just goes into the trough of, oh, what the hell's going on in Florida today?
Pretty much. And it's like a headline factory. So, you know, if you're like BuzzFeed or something, it gives you easy hits or something.
You probably don't even need to, like, fluff that up with some BS either. Like, you just read a verbatim what it says at the top of the report.
Yeah, you just kind of...
Florida dwarf eaten by hippo at the zoo. Oh.
And Florida is such a big state that, like, you will have just bonkers stories happening every hour of the day simply because, like, 30 million people live there or whatever.
Yeah, it's just a scraggle, like, hanging out.
So you got another broke brakes card, which is not going to hurt you because you're on a byway.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's like, if you got to really make a decision between two routes and one might strand you on a highway, try not to be on a highway.
Generally, yeah. Which I will say, if you've got cards that penalize you for sleeping on a byway, it might actually be the better move. And once the letter card's drawn in that round, you're pretty much safe.
You know, having just gone to California for BlizzCon, I can say that you had your pick of any roads you wanted highway-wise, because California's got like 70 of them just around San Francisco and Los Angeles.
I had to cut out a lot of roads simply because California, I had like so many good candidates. So I had to use California 1, which is what you're on right now. It's like, how can you not use California State Route 1? Let's see, and you've just completed this one entirely.
Yes.
Okay. So, you've got to use California State Route 1, so I also use the one with the California volcanoes. I want to say that's like Tioga Road, that's Death Valley, and a portion of Route 66. So I'm like, that's pretty good.
Come on and get your kicks.
Mm-hmm. Bummer that most Route 66 is pretty much I-40 now. And you can draw one to end your turn. I just flipped over.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it that made you want to add me to your email list? Because I, up until now, have not ever done any videos about a board game ever.
I pretty much just look for people who are doing creative stuff online. That's how I do my outreach. And most of that's board gamers, but every once in a while I'll just I'll follow whoever looks cool, or I'll reach out to whoever looks cool. I saw that you were streaming. I thought, why not? Could be cool.
Little did you know that was like the only time. That's how I get them.
Pretty much. Alright, so go ahead and draw one out of my hand.
Oh, yes. Let's see here.
Oh, come on.
Do I just keep picking like the best? We both just reflip the card too. Do I just pick the best ones?
To the weather. So I get to hold on to that for a while, and that makes me immune to the weather. So the reason you're getting so many good ones out of my hand is because I've been slowly pruning that hand for the last, 5 turns.
That's fair.
That's why I love this card, because people are like, why is his luck so good? I don't understand. And I'm, secretly, moving 5 every turn.
Yeah, you're just holding all the bad cards over a lighter, just like, ha ha ha.
Pretty much, and right before we swap hands, I can burn everything good in my hand too.
Haha!
You're immune to traffic. So this would force you to end up on a space either where you're at right now or west, but you're immune to traffic, so it doesn't hurt you.
Well, do they know? I cannot be trafficked. I'm not like all those...
Traffic cards usually don't hurt people that bad, but if you need to stop somebody dead in their tracks, that's the way to do it. Is with a well-placed traffic card. If somebody's 2 spaces from home and home is south, and they get a card that says go north, that'll stop them dead in their tracks.
Deciding how I want to go about this. I need to use my thinkies.
Oh, have you, okay.
I put my thing back where it was. I was like, okay, I go up to that road, but then where do I go from there?
Okay, I wouldn't want you to have to cover the same ground twice.
Let's see. This also points out the fact that without Google Maps, we're all drunkenly bad at maps now. Let's see. Also, the other thing that people don't really take into account when they're looking at maps is just because the road looks shorter doesn't mean it is shorter. Over here in this part of Wyoming, going up into South Dakota, because I go up to visit grandparents in North Dakota all the time, there's a quicker route by going from right here directly into South Dakota, but it's actually a load of switchbacks. So you end up spending 5 times longer going what you think is a shorter distance than just going up here to the Sun Country Road and then going straight off into South Dakota.
Pretty much. Yeah, and that'll really slow you down switchbacks, especially out west if you're on gravel roads or something.
I think I've got it now.
Which I'm hoping that's not switchbacks on gravel, because we've got some switchbacks in Chattanooga, and they're terrifying, and they're well paved.
I don't like switchbacks unless they're on a mountain, because I feel like in a lot of situations you could have just avoided the whole thing, but...
That's the only reason we have them around here, is just to get people up mountains really effectively.
Worst, I think the longest one I've probably been on is going up Pikes Peak.
Yeah, I've heard about that, and that just sounds scary.
It's not so scary because they're really nice big open roads, but there's just a lot of it because it's a big tall mountain.
Right. Okay, so go ahead and draw one of mine. Hopefully a good
Oh wait,
one.
do I have all of my cards? Oh,
yeah,
you got one for me.
I slipped one into your hand when you weren't looking. Well, I was hoping you'd draw a good one, but you didn't. I'm immune to the weather, though, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
Because I drew the blue skies card.
Right, right. We both can't really snub each other. We're inadvertently bad at being bastards. Weird how that happens.
Pretty much. Okay, move 5. Well, I can be a bit of a bastard. I'm gonna discard those 2 good ones. Draw 2 hopefully bad ones. They are both bad. You're welcome. And then draw 1 to end my turn. We're passing hands after this. And these supercars you hold until construction's shuffled, so I'm going to go ahead and get mine out of the way. Then draw this card. Oh.
Ah, that looks familiar. I wonder where I've seen that before.
Mm-hmm. Now you're immune to traffic and weather because you're the cowboy and accidents.
Fantastic. Do I hold on to this, or is this now you'd use it?
Yeah, you would, but you're going to lose it after this turn. It's
then no worries. Okay. So how was I gonna... I just figured this brain teaser out. And then I lost where I was going to go. Oh well. It's not the silliest thing. I would
suggest going this direction.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Just really far away from your roads.
Right, definitely. Because it's scenic there. I mean, if you like the big expanse of empty blue stuff, 10 out of 10.
You should really take your time with it.
Yeah. No, that's the whole point of a road trip.
That's the whole point of byways, is to finish last.
Wait, what's the current construction? It is C.
C.
Now, once you get on a road that's, like, on your list, do you have to go up it?
You can leave it at any time if you like, but you don't get credit until you finish it.
Okay. Because I was just going to start here, then pass it up and go on the flip side around.
Oh, yeah, that works. You can do that.
I'll probably end on this one over here. All right, and then
to me that makes sense, because you want to just kind of swoop down and get into Texas and then come back. You're thinking something like...
Yeah,
probably,
basically that, yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere between that and thinking about the poster I have somewhere of the Roadkill Cafe, I think I lost track of my path, but it's alright.
Let's see, you moved your 6, right?
Yes, and I pulled a card.
So now we're just going to pass our hands. This is going to be a mess, I apologize.
That's alright.
No, actually, it's not a mess. Fantastic. Oh, well, you've still got my cards highlighted, so you're just flipping them over in my hand.
Oops.
I think you're having fun with it. I don't think you're
I mean, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, you're actually loving it. Don't fool yourself. Okay. Construction is shuffled, and now it's my turn. And you draw from my hand. Just draw any card from my hand.
Okay, I was just double checking. That was E, so I'm gonna... It's a good thing I'm not going up that road till later. So let's see. Let's go with that one. Second to last on the left side. There you go.
Pop goes the tire.
Pop goes the tire.
Everybody does a sing-songy like that. Yep. Everybody does it. That's why I wrote it that way. Yeah, I only get to move 3 this turn because I was on a byway at the start. So, yeah, just gonna do a real short turn. That's all I got.
Now, because you're limited on your movement, do you still get to discard stuff based upon your unused moves, or no?
You can. I'm just choosing not to. Because with only 3, I don't want to pass up my movement. So this is a really good card for you right now. Choose whether to move up to 4 extra spaces today. If you do, you can't complete byways this turn.
Oh no, I can't complete them now.
Right. But you can move essentially 10 spaces as long as you don't complete a byway.
Right.
Or 6 if you do. Well, you can't take an E-road today.
Oh, that's right. So I'd have to go vloop and then up and over. But I still get a bunch of extra
Well,
movement.
you could also do this. Because these intersections, I didn't spell this out earlier. These intersections are... That's a space like any other. It's just where blue and red overlap.
Oh, right. You know what you could do for that? I probably wouldn't matter on the board game. This would be more for the digital. You put like a slight faded out circle in there to imply that you can go there.
I've thought about doing that in production, and I'm still thinking whether or not I want to do that. But like that's a thing that I'd be willing to change.
All right. So as
Simply because the intersection causes more questions than it ought to.
What if you just... So what is the purpose of making it like a little signpost?
Oh, we just thought it was cool and thematic.
Okay. Because I was just like, well, why not just make it another circle like you did over here? Wait.
And you can just stop at 9 and trade in something for unused movement since you can't complete byways and move your extra.
Oh, I can't complete this thing? So I have to stop there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what that card lets you do is move up to 4 extra as long as you don't complete a byway. But what you can do is you can move 9 out of the 10 you'd be able to do and trade in that extra 1 for a discard.
Okay. Well, then I will dump this.
You would do that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
I mean, I would do that too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. The only thing that isn't weather or traffic. Fancy that.
Yeah, I can't imagine why, really.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm a bizarre person.
You're unpredictable.
Just the most unstable person.
You're an unstable genius.
I was thinking I should say something like I should run for president.
I'm not gonna touch that.
Yeah, like we'll stay away from that. I've already poked that bear and regretted it.
Okay, I'm gonna flip over construction before I just cause a riot, and you can draw a card out of my hand.
Okie dokie, let's go with this one.
Okay, a light dusting. If you're north of the if you're in the general north region, you get to only move 4. So what I'm gonna do is I'm tired of getting bad stuff drawn. I'm gonna move 3 instead of 4.
So you know what really messes with me? You know how they call like the area around the Great Lakes the Midwest over there?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It's not in the middle and it's not in the west. That's still in the east. You haven't even gotten over the river yet.
You know, I was having this discussion with somebody who lives in Michigan, and he was arguing that I was wrong, and I'm like, you're just in denial about your whole situation.
Like, when you say out west, you're probably thinking about where all the old westerns took place. It's not over there. It's in my neck of the woods.
You know, way out west in Ohio.
Meanwhile,
so
in Georgia.
Is the wildfire card. But you are not affected by weather, so you can drive through those fires like nothing ever happened.
Is that really weather? Like, I know that causes its own weather, but is that really weather?
I feel like it is, because you see it on the Weather Channel, and that's the story I'm going to go with.
Okay. Because, like, I could see that as, like, environmental effects, but saying environmental isn't as as road trip thematic, I suppose.
I feel like if I did that, I would have to bump it up to 12 plus instead of 10 plus because kids would be like, environmental?
What does that mean, Mommy? It means you just need to shut up and play your turn.
Well, Timmy, you've taken 6 minutes to, figure out where you're gonna go. That one in yellow, that one in South Dakota is just killing me.
Yeah, well, the good news about South Dakota, for the most part, is you just put it on cruise control and try not to fall asleep.
There's a generally good rule in life.
There's, like, straight up from that one road down there, right up north, there is nothing. That road goes straight till you get to North Dakota. There's fuck all there, besides tumbleweeds. When I went up recently for a funeral, there was nothing but antelope as far as the eye could see.
I have driven through South Dakota, and it is about as flat as you can imagine.
I don't know. I thought Kansas was the really flat one.
Kansas is really flat, too. I feel like I clipped Kansas. Nebraska actually has some really pretty regions, believe it or not.
When you just follow the right side of Wyoming up, there's this area of Newcastle. When you get up on top of that hill behind it, you can just see the whole plateau spread out before you. So let's see. I still have 3 thingies left.
Right. You've done 3 movement.
Yes.
You can't take a C road. If you really want to stop for the night, you can use 3 discards. It's really up to you.
Yeah, might as well get some fun going.
If I were you, that's exactly what I would do in your situation.
I'll just throw out one of each of some of these extras, and we'll just see what we get. Yay, adventure!
Mulligan. I don't hear lamentations, and that is a problem.
I mean,
I want to hear you.
There's not great things here, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's an acceptable hand. Maybe 2 or 3 good cards in there.
I mean, I have a good half of my cards I'm immune to, so.
It works. Okay, now draw one of my cards.
Okay, let's see if we can find the one bad one. I like how you and I both hit the F button at the same time, too.
You did it. You found the one bad one.
Yay! Go team!
Smokes. 5, 6. I've got to really think this one through. Like, I may not actually have an option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness. Well, how about that? Alright, you know what? My most effective move right now is to stay put. I've just done the math in my head. My most effective move is just to cycle through everything I can that's bad. And draw one to end my turn, and that's it.
Aha.
Ouch. Man, I should have gotten that out of my hand when I had a chance. I was really pushing my luck, and I shouldn't have. I know exactly what I did wrong. I hope that doesn't cost me. Now, you would be in tornado territory, but you are immune to the weather.
Yeah, let me just drive through the funnel cloud like, ha ha, suck it.
I have a feeling that you're stacking your hand with weather.
There's some traffic in there, too.
Which you're also immune to.
Yeah, you know.
But you get how to use Cowboy. You just stack your hand with that kind of stuff.
Right.
One works really similarly. It's just repair an accident.
It's like being asbestos, man. You just fight all the villains that are made of fire. Joke's on you, lava lizard man. You're no fun, asbestos man. You were better when you were drunk and playing cards every weekend.
Asbestos man is no fun for anybody involved.
Okay, so...
I feel like I could fight Asbestos Man, but I would regret it in 30 years.
There we go.
I think you'd have to finish it going up.
Alright, I pull a card.
I try.
The detection for these, like, little card zones is a little wonky.
It really is.
Oh, look, more weather! Yay! This is not a sentence I will ever say in real life, but...
Yay, bad weather!
Usually means I have to go outside and put the horses in for the night. Locked in with blankets on. Has the horses.
Alright, now draw one of my cards.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I can accept that.
Change of plans. Okay. Then I will pass you... Actually, there's a couple ones that I want, so here you go.
Groovy. I mean, I've got a 1 in 5 chance of pulling that in the remaining game here.
I try not to leave on highways, so yay!
Yeah, I mean, generally good rule. Ooh, I got 2 of those cards. That's fantastic. Okay, I'll just draw one of yours.
Haha!
Well, but you're sleeping on a byway, so you're okay.
Part of my plan all along.
Yeah, you orchestrated that entire thing.
All right. What's their traffic right now? B. Or the construction.
I think you're getting a little too close to home.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, getting a little too close for me.
Someone might pull like the missile silos of North Dakota card, and I'm fucked.
I'm really hoping that comes up, actually.
That would be amazing. Although I think that would put you squarely in 12 plus region, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. That might be bad for my marketing. I don't know. Okay, I flipped up a card. Go ahead and draw one out of my hand.
Okie dokie. What did we pick?
Highway Hypnosis. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. I really needed that card.
Highway spaces don't count towards your movement limit of 6 this turn.
Okay, 1, 2.
Oh, you know what you could totally do? You should probably just throw in like a couple little florals, like a little sea creature in the ocean.
4, 5, 6. Well, I guess I didn't benefit too much from that, but even still.
Well,
Man,
it's gonna help you get rid of going to South Dakota.
Well, I was really hoping to pick up a reroute, to be honest with you.
So while you swing through Spearfish, there's a really good all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet. Totally recommend.
Where is it?
You
are not immune to accidents.
It's like right around this spot right there, where your little clippy is. I mean, relatively.
Yeah, well, everything's relative around there. I mean, I'm actually looking... I've got an interstate highway map up on my bulletin board, and... No, the only 2 cities it shows in South Dakota are Rapid City and Sioux Falls. Yeah, you can only move 3 today. Or
That's
you can
fine.
pass 0 to 2 event cards to any player. But, you know...
But where's the fun in that when it's all traffic and weather?
Yeah, well, you'd end up getting it back the next turn anyway, so it wouldn't be
Fair
worth
enough.
it.
Now I gotta
So you should
unhighlight
almost-
this.
Oh, is that the one reroute card in the game?
Let me see what I got. Look at all these goodies. Ooh.
Okay, now draw one of mine. I'm hoping...
Everyone's favorite! The card you had earlier!
Ouch. 2, 3, 4. Well, I may as well get, like, edge a little closer. 2, 3, 4. You know what? Actually, I've got to get creative. There is no way that I'm picking up that South Dakota one the traditional way and winning this game. There's no way. But there is a way I can still win this.
That's
It's
the
a long
spirit.
shot. But if I just completely ignore that road and go a different direction entirely, I can fulfill the condition of going east, which is technically true, And, yeah, okay, I think I see my new plan. I mean, this is a real long shot. But if it happens, it's going to be the upset of the century.
It's my plan all along. The most riveting board gaming adventure.
The accidents, the game. I'm back it on Kickstarter now.
Highway Construction Simulator, the video game, the movie, the life. Buy now. It's popular in that one part of Tibet.
Basically.
Man, it must be interesting to live in a country with cars.
Whoa, look at this American game about having car accidents.
Alright, was it my turn?
Yeah, you get to move either 3 or past 5 or swap out 5 event cards.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just grab this one.
Okay. So at this point, you will draw a card from my hand. Not that one.
Not that one?
No, that one's fine. I mean, it's the one All right. Well, you have to go south. Like, I have to go south anyway. 4, 5, 6. So it doesn't really hurt me. Dang. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh, good for you. You're double immune to traffic now.
They never suspect the traffic inquisition.
You pretty like you're just like chitty chitty bang bang. You're just flying around at this point.
Bang bang chitty chitty bang bang chitty chitty bang bang. I love you.
Hey, you know, I was playing this with some people overseas, which you know is really important when you're playing a game that's a giant map of America, just to make sure it scans. I was playing this with somebody in like Portugal or something, and he got a chitty chitty bang bang reference.
Do we need to shuffle the deck
or something?
I think we need to shuffle the deck.
Not shuffled? Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I discarded because I had some space left over.
And I'd already flipped up the event, or the construction for the next turn.
Hey, would you look at that? 2 new things I'm immune to.
Oh my goodness.
The only thing saving you now is the fact that I couldn't go back up an E road.
Yeah, dude, I have to count on the, like, I've got this one card that can really recover the game for me, and I still gotta get lucky on top of that.
Alright, let me grab one of these lovely event cards.
That is not the one card I need.
Well, I noticed you like to pick from one side or the other, so I put the shitty card in the middle until I got rid of it.
Oh, you're playing head games with me. That's no fair. Okay. So I'll just draw one from you. I'll take that highway hypnosis.
Because he's going the distance. He's going for speed.
You are going for distance and speed. I think that's a game winner for you, dude, right
He's
there.
all alone in Brandon's time of need.
I am alone in my time of need. So normally you would have another turn, but that lucky draw actually got you the game right there.
Yay! I get to go home to that place where the eclipse barely missed recently.
So you want to see what my plan for recovering this game was?
Yes.
I had that card in my hand, and I knew if you drew it, that I'd have, like, in the next 3 turns, about a 50-50 shot of you drawing it.
But little did you know, I have the luckiest fingers of a leprechaun who can only count to 4.
If you did not get a super lucky draw, and I got a lucky draw, this game would have turned out way different.
Funny how that works.
I'm gonna save it. So I'm gonna It's kind of how I'm gonna save face.
And I'll be like, totally not beginner's luck. Yay!
No, well played. Thank you.
Yeah, it was good. I kind of like this game.
I'm glad you like it. And if anybody's watching this is interested in this, and this has made you interested in the game, I'm just gonna go ahead and write the link. Do you have the top of the table in focus, like the top middle of the table in focus?
You can see highways and byways. You can see everything.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put a link up there and see if it's readable.
Bywaysgame.com/Kickstarter. Buy now. Back now.
So, like, whether this goes up before the campaign or you watch it, like, you know, before or after or during, that link will always take you where you need to go.
And tell us, Brandon, when does it come out on... Oh, you were about to say. My bad.
That was, what do you call it? I guess Jinx, that's what I'm trying to say. It's coming out on March 26th.
Alright.
So 2 weeks from the time that we're actually recording this.
Okay. They know I did this on the 12th. The Illuminati's watching!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to give away your position to the Illuminati. I know that's a sensitive subject.
Alright, well that'll be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us for Byways and Highways and Kickstarter ways. Well, I'll put the link in the video description below once this is out on the internets. It'll be poised and ready for you, and until then, bye!
Thank you very much. See you all later.